Hi guys and welcome back to the channel. Today I've got two replays in the derptastic KV1-S. And if you haven't guessed by the title, as always, this is the two games that lead up to and achieve the third mark of excellence for the KV1-S. And on the whole, it was a pretty damn fun grind. Like, it's derp gun, isn't it? That's what it is. It's a derp gun. Derp guns equal fun. And throughout the whole process, it was just a barrel of laughs, to be honest. I think I said it in the last time I featured the KV1-S. I did prefer the KV1 with this derp gun because it just seemed to perform a little bit better, and it was quite nice when you were in those top tier matchups to actually like bounce stuff. Because this version of the KV1, while it can bounce things and it can side scrape and it can do stuff, right? It doesn't feel anywhere near. Well, I never feel anywhere near as confident in it at bouncing things. Same as the gun. For some reason, the gun handling with the derp gun. I know it's a derp gun, and we're talking about gun handling, but generally, it just doesn't feel that great compared to the KV1-S. Compared to the KV1, sorry, the KV1 just seems to hit more. So we're on Abbey in this first game, and we spotted what the enemy team were doing. Now, obviously, we looked at the matchmaking and we were top tier. So that's automatically me just going, oh, there's squishy tanks, presses A for heat. And we saw what the enemy team was doing. They're sitting in some weird-ass locations. So I decided, you know what, we're going to push aggressively, and we're going to get the heat in. The heat is on. The heat is on. So we're going to use this position here to drop big, fat bombs into people. This bulwark is happily sitting still for us. Oh, we set them on fire as well. Oh. Like, it's so satisfying to pen people with these heat rounds. Things it also means quite a lot at this tier, because when you hit people with these heat rounds and you pen them, you're generally doing half the health at least. And you're two-shotting people, you know. Now this KV1 is also quite dangerous, but oh, burn, baby. That's two in a row. Well, take that. Take that in a nutshell, you know, take that beautifully. And obviously, tanks like the Bulwark and the KV1 with the gun that he just had as well are quite dangerous for this tank because of the reload being quite poor for it's a derp gun, so it is quite poor. And they've got really quick firing guns. Oh, poor Panzer 3J. Yeah. So they've got really quick firing guns, so they hurt, and they can probably actually kill us in the time it takes us to reload that one shell. But luckily we've got the cover where we are. This BDR is an awkward customer. Luckily he isn't fully upgraded, so he's bouncing on us right now. I believe he's using the stock gun, which is absolutely trash, like, quite honestly. The reload on it's great, but the penetration on that gun is woeful. But we got a nice fat shell into him as well. We're up to 2.3k damage in, I think it was like, what, 6 pens? 7 pens? Something like that. Filthy derp gun. And like I say, like, the Russian 122s, and they are great to use on something like they are great to use on the T-34-85, the T-43, and the KV-13. Because the 140 heat pen is really useful. Because there's a lot of times when you're going to come against squishy targets that you can't quite pen with HE, or you can't reliably pen, and they might be on like 300 health, where you just load the heat and you just go blap, you know, and you finish them off, and it's really good for that. And that's I liked using this gun on the KV-13 on the T-43. I threw up both of them with it, and the T-34-85. Well, I'm waiting for further customization so I can actually equip the derp gun on the T-34-85 while fully upgraded, because at the minute, unfortunately, on the T-34-85, if you want to use the derp gun, and it's actually the same on the T-43 to a degree, you have to be fully stocked, which is really unhelpful because the tank is really sluggish when it's stocked. The T-43 can be upgraded to a degree, it just doesn't get the top engine while using that gun. KV-13 you can be completely upgraded, and the KV-13 is pure memes. I mean, it's a tank that most people will miss off because it's the way the tech trees branch, but it's most definitely worth playing because, like I say, it can be memes. It's an IS hull that goes really quickly and has a derp gun. That's great. So into the second game, we're on Prokhorovka, and the matchmaking is terrible. It's very heavily tier 7. Luckily, there's no piggies, so we don't have to go get any of them at the minute, which is good, because piggies make Prokhorovka an absolute bloody nightmare. So it's great that there isn't any. But this is the beauty of having a derp gun. We are heavily bottom tier, right? But we're pretty much always going to do damage when we hit people. So that's great. So we've got this Tiger on side. Oh, launch a juicy HE round that sets him on fire. Oh, burn, baby, burn. Only full burn. He didn't even put that out. That was just a good crew. Juicy. We get hit by an SP1C from over there somewhere. I don't know how he's not been spotted by our guys, so I'm pretty sure the hill, he couldn't have shot me from the hill. So unfortunately he damaged our fuel tanks, which, even though we've got a fire extinguisher, an automatic one at that, I'm not allowing that chance of getting set on fire. And it's pretty much, it was pretty much an instant reaction, because I put food on pretty much every tank I run. And obviously, if you've got fuel tanks damaged, it's 50% more likely you're going to get set on fire. And you don't want that, because your game ends very quickly when you get set on fire again. So we repaired the fuel tanks to conserve that. But obviously, the loadout I run on the KV1-S is similar to what I'd run on a KV2, and a lot of the lower tier Russian heavies, to be honest. Well, it depends on the tank. I gauge it on crew damage a lot of the time. And saying the KV1-S and the KV2, they were both very similar in the fact that I very rarely lost a crew member that was important. Sure, the driver was one that I did lose if you get shot through the upper plate, right? But that wasn't all that often, and I could bear a dead driver. It's stuff like dead gunners and that I can't bear, and dead commanders. But for the most part, that didn't happen. It tended to be the driver dying, and it was like, okay, I'll sacrifice that, and I'll have a repair kit, food, and an extinguisher, because the automatic extinguisher has the passive bonus of not setting. It has the passive bonus of helping you not get set on fire. There's a I can't remember the percentage. It's something like 10-20%, maybe even less than that. So don't quote me on the actual percentage, but it's something like that anyway, of preventing you from setting on fire. So there's less chance of being set on fire with a automatic extinguisher. So I have that on because this thing burns. So I don't want to run food without an extinguisher because it will just burn. Same as on the KV2. So we load the extinguisher, food, and the repair kit because we want the food to try and help with this goddamn gun handling. And plus, help the view range. Because obviously we're blind. We're a tier 5 heavy. We've only got 350, maybe even 340 meters view range, which is poor. But it served us well in this game. Because now we're in the bowl. And in the bowl, we've been trying to affect the game while we're bottom tier. Because we've been putting nice shots with HE through round everywhere. And we're also in an aggressive position in the bowl where we're spotting. So now there's only 4 tanks left. We're going to push down here because we know there's tanks down here, like this Churchill one. But I'm not going to pass up a chance to get a shot at this guy. We're going to pop a shot in and we're going to move forward. We're going to see if we can get any more spotting. Because currently we're on 1800. Some of it's tracking, but I don't think it was much of it was tracking. So we're going to push forward down here and see if we can spot anything that's camping down this 2-3 line. Because if it does, we've still got a load of people alive, right? So we're going to get a nice amount of spotting from it. And that's what we want, especially when we're pushing for the third bar. We're probably, I can't remember what percentage we're at. I think we're at like 94.5 or something like that. So, I mean, you know, right now, I'm quite confident I'm probably going to get it somewhere around this. But I still want to keep pushing it, just in case, because you never know. And we've taken up position, so we're spotting this IS. So we're just going to keep trying to plug cheeky shots into the top of his turret. And we get another load of spotting on him, and we get a nice 81 damage roll on the top of his tank as well. He's moved up, and we're slamming another shell in for 180. He's not fully upgraded, but he's still within range of killing us. We pop up here, and unfortunately, the Lone Ranger at the back shuts us down. And we ended that game with a really nice tally, so we ended up with 1900 damage and 2.6k spotting that's still going up a little bit after we've died. And I was pretty happy with that because it was like, okay, I think I've got it. And that's what you can do on proc, even when you're a bottom tier heavy. If you've got a dirt gun like that, you can just keep looping shells over ridge lines, and you can try and spot. Just put yourself in a position to keep the enemy lit up, and that's what we prospered for. So we got a high caliber. Did we get a high caliber? No, we got an ace tanker, a patrol duty, in a KV1-S bottom tier 5 heavy tank, and we got the third mark of excellence, and it actually jumped up like 2%. And it was, that's what, 4.5k combined. So that was a very nice game for a tier 5 heavy as well. And it was just beautiful that happened. And the KV1-S was really fun. It's it's derp-tastic, so it was brilliant to play. It's the same with every other derp gun. It's pure fun in a barrel. So as always, everybody, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.